Yeah, we are alive. My next guest said if we try, we have to look good. That's why she have on our pretty frock here with us this morning. She believes that by equipping us with the right knowledge, if we equip ourselves with the right knowledge and tools, mastering self-discipline will help us to achieve the goals that are still ahead for us. Joining us this morning, Blazing Beyond founder and leadership productivity and goal and success coach, Althea Waters. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Simone. I'm doing good.
It's so good to
Thank
have you with us this morning. How has your 2025 been? We're 7 days in. What do you have to report?
Simone, it's 7 days in, but I got a kickstart.
Did you?
In January, in December, right? So when January came, January 1st, I knew what I was doing.
How your kickstart called?
My kickstart was, I actually, in my mind, I knew what I wanted to achieve in 2025,
You
right?
started goal setting from...
So I actually started from October, no joke, right? However, it wasn't...
Bring you come in here, man. Jesus, Father. Man, inferior much, do I feel? Yes.
No, man, that's not the intention, but I started thinking through, writing down thoughts, etc. No real planning was in action, but because my mind was so active from early, I got a jump start to start earlier in January.
I want to ask you something.
So, yes.
I'm going to stick up in with you.
Sure.
So many folks in October, we're just trying to get through October.
That is true.
Looking to November and figuring out December.
That is true.
They could not look to 2025. Today's the 7th of January. There's still some folks who were at October last year who can't manage to pull the mindset and feel like by not having done what you have done and other people have done by clearly outlining goals,
Right.
they are failing already.
Yeah.
What say you to those people?
Yeah. So, people have different seasons.
Yeah.
They have different energy levels and they have different focus. So I may be in this lane, going this direction, and you may be at this period in your life. It doesn't mean that you're failing. It doesn't mean that you can't get ahead. Your ahead is different from my ahead.
That's right.
If my ahead is here and your ahead is here, we still are ahead in terms of the goals that we want to achieve in life. So a lot of times you have to be really true to yourself. You have to be so strong within yourself to know that, this is what I want to achieve. But it doesn't mean that Mary Jane, because Mary Jane is so far ahead of me, I have to be deliberately far ahead. And so we have to really zone in on what the intentions that we're setting for ourselves and the pace that we want to go.
Comparison is really the thief of joy.
It is the thief of joy.
Awful, because you will feel in this instant that you're doing well, and then you look over at your friend and your neighbor who seems to be going 10 miles ahead of you, and you're like, man, this is not working out for me.
Right.
But I was telling a friend of mine last week that I too was feeling a little sluggish coming into the year, and I had to remind myself that I'm a work in progress. Right? And even a work in progress still means progress is going on. And so for the folks who are looking now to set their plan for 25, Althea, let's talk them through.
Sure.
They have to start with a game plan or a map.
Yeah.
How does that go?
But before we reach the map, what they have to start with is the mindset, right?
The hardest part.
The hardest part of it is the mindset. And so in the same way, we have to cultivate that environment that is going to allow us to thrive. Because yes, you mentioned it, sometimes we're in doubt, we're in a negative space. We don't know how to come out of it. And so you need to be a part of that environment, something that is going to lift you up so that you can go. Yeah. Because guess what? We have so many goals. A lot of us have so many goals and we can't move. We can't move because we're stuck here. And we have to find a way to cultivate. In the same way how you have a plant, you have to till the soil, you have to fertilize it. What are the things that we're feeding our mind? What are the things that we're listening to? What are the things that we're reading? Who are the persons around us? That is going to keep us in a mindset and an environment that is going to allow us to thrive.
Keep us accountable.
Correct. And so because the mindset is the hardest part, if you can't do it alone, you just need to raise your hand and reach out for help.
Correct.
Right?
Because whether you think you can or can't, you're right.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So once you've cultivated the mindset now, then you move into the game plan.
You need a game plan. So you need a map. If you have a goal, you need a direction. Right?
You get in there.
How are you going to get there? We're traveling on the road, we plug in the GPS, we want to know where we're going. You need to know, you need to have that game plan, because when you have that game plan and that map that shows you the route, you see, if you get lost or you get tired or your energy, you don't have it, you can go back and look at the route that you want to take.
Oftentimes there are detours on the route there out there. We have to
Detours.
redirect.
Correct.
Yeah, or else you end up a gully.
Yes.
We will send you someplace sometime. If you go there, you're not going to end up well.
Exactly.
So a part of that game plan is planning for the detours.
Right.
And then to be an active player in your own game.
Absolutely, Simone. We can't be praying for goals and we don't show up. We can't be praying for success and we're lazy.
Whoa.
Right?
Wow. I feel you didn't have to come out so strong.
Oh my God, I woke up early.
Is that a faith without works? Is dead?
It's dead.
Say it again. Say what you said earlier.
You cannot be praying for success and be lazy. So if you want to be thriving in 2025, you have to get in the game.
The work.
You have to do the work. You have to show up. You can't be in the stands looking on.
Yeah.
You understand?
The work is so hard.
And then, correct, the work is hard. The work is hard, and this is why you need a game plan.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you don't have that game plan, it becomes, you tried something, and you felt like you failed.
But can we also underscore the importance of failing as we climb? Mm-hmm. Because people think if you fail, you failed.
Correct.
But failure is a part of the journey.
It's a part of the journey, and it's the lessons. A lot of us miss the lessons along the journey, right? And so because many people may not talk about how many times they failed, Simone.
You only see them when
you only see when they thrive, right? So because of that, we feel that other persons are not failing, and we feel like we're the only failure. Because again, what you said, the comparing, and you're comparing yourselves amongst other people who may not be showing you their failures.
Correct.
But failing is such an important part of the journey. It's an important part of the foundation for success. Because if you don't fail, you don't know what else you're going to do differently.
Correct.
Right?
And the foundation part is often tedious and ugly.
It is.
When you're building a building, the foundation part is not cute.
Correct.
But when you look at the structure,
rough.
Yes. Unfinished.
Yes.
And then you maintain the momentum.
Yes, the momentum. Simone, we cannot achieve goals on dead energy.
I will bring Alta, come in. Alta, get off my neck, Alta. Please, I beg.
We cannot achieve goals on dead energy. You're going to need momentum. You're going to need, and how it is, you're going to get the momentum. Momentum is encompassing various things, including your health.
Yes.
Right?
Key.
So including your health, you need energy. So if it is that we're not feeding our bodies right, if it is that whatever it is that we need to elevate, to continue going, and momentum is consistency. So that discipline that a lot of us lack.
Not the motivation.
Not the motivation.
Discipline.
The discipline to continue.
The motivation will fail you, right?
It will fail you. It will go, it will come. You know, all of that.
Yeah.
All of that is important. And so health, energy, resting, knowing when to pause. So even though you're thriving, you know, there are so many things that is going to help you to achieve your goals. And you have to maintain that momentum. And when it's time to rest, you rest. Right?
Tired of preach that. Pause if you must, but
yes,
do not
pause
stop.
if you must. And there's another thing that I want to add in terms of how to help us to achieve or thrive in 2025 is that we have to start minding our own business.
Drink water and mind your business.
And it means that a lot of times we're putting the energy in so many other directions, and we have the goals. So we're just talking and we're not acting. And then we want to achieve so many things.
Correct. And we're looking in the other man lane. And
correct.
Now look down and finish.
Correct. And so we have to channel. We have to rechannel that energy. If you lost energy in the previous year, we have to rechannel it so that we can thrive in 2025.
Let me ask you, you've mentioned that failure is a very important part of the journey, and the lessons have to take you forward.
Sure.
I always like to ask folks to share. Because here you are now, it is clear to me that you have the momentum, you have even if you're faking it till you make it, because sometimes you have to do that too.
I'm using up my energy while it's lasting.
Yeah, you have to take advantage of it when it comes.
I am.
Is there something that you can remember that could have deterred you that you pushed through?
Oh, sure.
People see you as this coach now and think you've never labored or had a disappointment a day in your life.
Yeah. So, it's last year was 2024, even though 2023 was 2 years ago, I can't believe it. I think 2023 was a lot. I had a death in the family. That alone. You know, all of those things help you. You get setbacks. And those things cause you to stop. And you just can't move forward.
Yeah.
And those things, to start again, you know, it takes a lot.
I know.
It takes
like
a lot.
working out,
So
right?
things that you would have planned to achieve in that year, you don't even have the energy.
Correct.
Because it takes time. Grief takes time.
Got it.
Right?
Got it. Fully get it.
Yeah. So while other people were doing well, I was on a lull. I couldn't do anything much.
But important in that, I feel, the mindset, the game plan, the map, active player, maintaining momentum. I think the common thread that runs through all of this is giving yourself grace.
Yeah. Yes, it is. So important.
Yeah.
We miss that. We miss that a lot of times. We miss that a lot of times.
And people don't see that as important to business and to planning and to, but if you don't do that, then you will never be able to get up when you're hit down.
Yeah.
By whatever it is, whether it's a success of the difficulty of building the business, personal issues that interfere, the grace part is a constant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So important.
Nice. Where do we find you, Success Coach?
Sure, Blazing Beyond, at Blazing Beyond on Instagram, email althea@blazingbeyond.com, website blazingbeyond.com.
Excellent. Good job. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Great liquor talk this morning.
Great.
She boxed me a couple of times. Well, well, but sometimes, no, all the time, we need to hear it. We need to hear it. Blazing Beyond founder and leadership, productivity, and go on, guys, run the prompter. Success Coach, I'm going to read from my prompter. Did I get it right? Goal Success Coach, Althea Walters. Up next, we are stepping out in style in the corporate world. Also a part of, what Althea is talking about. You got to dress for success, guys, because when you look good, you feel good. We have that after this.